Hey everyone, Chris Seagal here with MK Partners, joined today by Jessie Penaloza. Hey Jessie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Chris. How's it going, everybody?
It is good so far today. And we are here today to take a look at Canva's AI announcement, Canva Magic. Canva, one of the fastest growing design tools in the world of marketing and branding. Sort of a I don't want to say, yeah, let's call it an Adobe competitor. Adobe's suite
Yep.
is Yeah,
Yep.
Adobe Suite is massive and complex and expensive. Canvas Suite is a little more lightweight, a little bit more, browser based, a little bit lower barrier to entry. And so it's really interesting to see sort of how the two make room for each other in the space. Um, and today is the day of Canva's big AI announcement, Canva Magic, sort of their response to the changing landscape of artificial intelligence. Uh, I think I may have misread the emails and things a little bit. I thought today we were having like a keynote style Salesforce, Dreamforce-esque keynote announcement presentation demos, but it looks like it was more just a website update on Canva's part and a little video put together on what Magic Studio will entail. But I figured we should still hop on and
Of
review it live
course.
and watch along. So thanks for joining, Jesse. And anything that you want to say about Canva? I know that you've played around with it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, was actually a surprise on my end, just because I guess they're just trying to, stay up with the current technology. And as you mentioned earlier, I feel like Canva is a great way to kind of get, your hands and your feet wet when it comes to designing aspect. If you feel a little bit intimidated, a little bit concerned as to whether or not you can create something that can actually, be presentable or at least be used for a marketing purpose. Um, Canva is a great tool. We used it for a few months prior, and we still continue to use it on and off. Like you said, comparing it to the Adobe Suite, I feel like Canva is like your entry level when you barely want to just get that typically iceberg type of thing. And then Adobe is more like, okay, that's kind of like your passion. You're going to be driving towards that. Then you use a full suite of resources available and kind of understand the infrastructure. Canva just makes it so easy to kind of put things together real quickly. And with this new magic set of tools, especially using AI, they're just tapping into those resources where you can actually automate things and kind of express what you want to see and have Canva just bring it to life.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that I've noticed with Canva is because it's so template centric, essentially, to start. They have so many good templates for
Mhm.
presentations and collateral and everything else. And because the tool depth isn't as rich as on the Adobe side,
Right.
does seem to be quite a few times in the wild you'll be looking at something and be like, oh, this is a Canva template. I recognize this.
Yeah.
This Instagram post I have seen before. So hopefully this AI suite um, helps people take some of those templates and then tweak them enough that they become sort of like less recognizable as Canva properties, and help brands sort of personalize their content a little bit more is something that I'm hoping for. And it looks like when you head over to canva.com today, you get this nice pop up here talking about Canva Magic Studio. And it does look like this will give you a 7-day free trial and then presumably start charging you. So, another effort on Canva's part to convert some of those free customers into paying customers. Let's hop into this video. Let's see what Magic Studio is all about.
Oh, wow. Yeah, these are some of the features that we were talking about a little bit earlier, where it's just like a drag and drop, allow you to create some of these things, but they're kind of taking it up to the next level here. There we go.
Okay. First thoughts?
Yeah, it's one of those, like, there's so many tools and resources. I guess, like you mentioned, this will help people create customized versions of their content and take existing templates and change them enough to where you'll be able to utilize and kind of create your own version. It was nice to see that AI text conversion, or at least the something similar to ChatGPT, where it's able to kind of take an existing, description and kind of personalize it based on some of that brand design that you have kind of put together. So Canva does allow you to kind of put together a brand package where you can define what's the tone of voice, what the colors you're going to use, what's going to be the focus, what are the visuals that you want to have highlight or emphasize more, and just goes all the way down to personas. So it was nice to kind of see that, apply your brand voice and have it tune the text. So I'm pretty sure that that's a high level thing. You still have to go in there and refine, read through the details and make sure it's touching those key points that you want to emphasize on any of the copy you put together. But it was nice that the biggest thing is just that drag and drop feature that's very convenient on Adobe. I feel like that is something that you get used to, or you kind of are able to develop, but it takes a little bit more time because you have to understand it's like you're kind of just you're generating something from scratch. So you start with the ingredients, you put everything together, and then you come out with the final result. Canva just gives you a result and kind of lets you kind of tweak it a little bit enough to where you can see. So these tools, it'll be interesting, get your hands, wet and start playing with some of them and see how well they work. That free trial that you mentioned that they have right there is convenient. I have used it before and it's great. The inconvenience part is you have to use either a different email address or a different contact person to register to get it activated one more time after the expiration of that goes through.
Yeah. For me, there was a lot there that seemed interesting. I'm also curious what the back end looks like, because it kind of seemed like there was a lot going on there, which makes sense. The Canva world touches a lot of components of branding and design and marketing. But some of the things, so like the magic design presentations, videos, this stuff down here where it was like, let's morph things into 3-dimensional models, or let's remove something, and sort of in Adobe that would be like the generative fill or the content aware fill. Magic grab in Adobe would have been the magic selector. Magic expand is like content aware fill of the empty space. So these I kind of expected in sort of that AI art design world. The magic write and like the translation or converting into a brand voice feels to me much more like a ChatGPT large language model type generative AI approach. And I'm wondering, like, what did they train it on? Or is this just ChatGPT 4 plugged in and run through a Canva UX? And then I guess probably got to get into the costs and determine. I think ChatGPT 4 is like $20 a month right now. So it's, if all we're going to use this for is the brand voice or the magic write, is that something that we would want to do in Canva? What's like the cost breakdown between this and ChatGPT 4? Or even like Google and whipping up, like you could make an AI chatbot to scrape your own site, capture your brand voice. I think for that one, it'll really come down to like the training of the AI as opposed to the tools baked in on Canva's side.
Yeah, and you touched a good point there. That back end, what are they using, to kind of generate that, and what are they cross-referencing with something to keep it relevant and trending, to where it's not outdated, or at least utilizing terminology that's relevant that you would be using on your own. Like if you had to create it yourself, it would take a little bit longer, of course, but still creating it there.
Yeah, let's try a little magic right here. MK Partners is, I got a new keyboard, so I am typing like a maniac, is California's most trusted Salesforce, learn to spell, partner, helping over 2,000 customers.
Woohoo!
Successfully complete. Man. 3,000 Salesforce projects. Okay. And then what do? We right click, or we click on it. We say magic write. Let's say make this. Let's sprinkle fairy dust. What does that do? Okay, I just want you to do it. Let's try more fun. Oh, okay. So you were just kidding about being able to try. I will click try it out. Did it do anything? I don't think anything happened.
Not yet. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We just need to activate it.
So this is supposed to be more fun. MK Partners stands strong as California's go-to Salesforce partner with over 2,000 delighted customers and an impressive 3,000 successful Salesforce project under its belt. Okay, there's parts of that I like and parts of that I don't like. Fairy dust. Behold the might of MK Partners, standing tall as the Golden State's trusted Salesforce partner. Its enchanting touch has left over 2,000 patrons spellbound. The legacy. Okay, so they're literally talking fairy dust. It's literally sort of fairy tale-esque. Let's formalize this a bit. Let's formalize it again, see if we can get it back to where it was.
3,000 triumphant trustless projects.
Okay, so to me, it has a little bit of that energy of I've written 300 words, and the essay is supposed to be 500 words. So let me get out the thesaurus and add a few adjectives to make things longer. So, this is a rough draft, presumably, but let's say maybe there's something that we could take from like a Salesforce product page.
Oh.
I should learn to not search for the specific words. Okay, so here we go. Let's pick a product we know and love. Let's do Marketing Cloud. Let's take this ROI sentiment here. Plop it into Magic Write. Maximize marketing ROI with the #1 success ecosystem. From support, expert guidance, and resources, yada, yada. All right. Do we want a summary? Do we want a rewrite? What do you think, Jesse?
Let's do a rewrite.
All right. Rewrite it. Optimize your marketing ROI with the top success ecosystem. Unlock the full potential of your investment with our #1 success ecosystem. Okay, so I feel like that doesn't quite know what it's saying, but let's give it another shot here. Let's get some fairy dust on there. Unleash the boundless possibilities of your marketing investment with the power of our #1. Okay, yeah. So it definitely adds a lot of a lot of words get added. There's parts of it, like I said, that I like. Boundless possibilities of your marketing investment. I like tying it back to the spend. I'm not crazy about like the holistic, harmonious approach. So
Harmonious blend.
yeah, so we got some, you know, some ups and downs with the magic text, but again, I think that's probably going to be the sort of least used part of the Magic Studio. If Canva is primarily a design tool,
Right.
people want to have AI rewriting stuff, they have other tools they can lean on for that. So,
and I'm curious to know how they the switch those similar to Adobe Suite features are going to play out. Like, how easy is it? Because when you have some of the images they show on the examples are very straightforward. There's really no layers on top of layers to distinguish the different colors where you can kind of crop things out. Some of the images you kind of put up, they're usually compiled of so many different color variations that trying to take them out, that's where the Adobe Suite comes in very helpful. It has additional ways to identify, what are the ends of a object that you're trying to take out of a layer. Or you're trying to put something behind something else so it looks like it actually belongs there instead of just having it show up there. So for example, if you take this cup here on the left and try to add something behind it, right? Far enough to where it still keeps that original look and add something new to it. But
yeah, let's try taking like a.
There you go. Yeah, see this
image.
So many different colors and stuff.
Yeah, Raw Pixel is one of my go-to sites because we've got royalty-free public domain images that we can use in the marketing world. Okay, so we got that downloaded. Now, can we just drag and drop this in there? That's terrific. And now, okay, so where is my brush over the entire handbag? Where's my brush?
Where's that magic button at?
Is it this? No. Okay, so that is in there. Can I get rid of this? Okay, so yeah, where's the brush? Try Magic Edit. That's where we are. Okay, so it's dropping me into a page where I have the brush already open. Maybe they don't want me to be able to drop my own image in. And it wants me to try Fluffy Faux Fur, but I feel like they already know how that's going to go. So let's try something different. Let's do blue faux alligator leather. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, kind of football-y, kind of leathery. Let's go with like a cable knit sweater cream color. That's different.
Oh yeah, that actually looks like a couple of socks or like literally a sweater wrapped around the bag.
Yeah. Okay. So it does a good job of recognizing like the shape of the bag. It does not do a great job of making that look like a realistic material. I would love to be able to drop in our own photo here though and try to magic edit it. Like, okay, we're here. We've got our photo in. Where's try magic edit, please. Draw, design. Okay, so no obvious way to pull that off yet. Magic Grab and Magic Expand are not quite available yet. I don't know if you've had a chance to play with the Adobe generative tools recently, but one of them that I used was really, really good. Adobe Firefly here. Yeah, so this, I typed in, give me a high definition picture of a computer on a desk in front of a large window that looks out onto a forest landscape. And like these AI generated pictures to me are like pretty mind blowing. You can tell that the monitor is weird. It's kind of like tilted back and it's not quite square. Something is going on where this coffee mug is kind of like collapsing from the back. But like there's like a weird curvature on this planet, but these are super cool and crisp. And I really like in Adobe the ability to say like, okay, the photo is fine, but like give me layered paper, digital art instead of a high definition picture. Let's go with a digital illustration. And if I generate that, we're going to get, I think it'll be the same images, but tweaked to our new specifics.
Oh,
Like
wow.
these almost have that Salesforce, Dreamforce energy to them already. And like, you can tell they're AI because there's weird things happening in the background, but it's still visually compelling in a way that like I really enjoy.
You're right. Yeah, this is that's really nice, actually.
Yeah. And then let's say maybe if we say make it minimalist and we learn to spell the word forest correctly, that doesn't look right. That looks better. So I feel like, and we know in Photoshop how well the tools work in terms of like the generative fill and those AI tools. So I think Canva has a little bit of an uphill battle here. But like that's
I like that
cool
one. That one's really nice.
Yeah, like I'm gonna let me just go ahead and
grab
save
that bad boy.
this.
Yep.
I think at some point the message was that we had a certain number of credits. With Adobe, you were getting generative credits to use. Until November 1st, unlimited. And on November 1st, they'll start deducting our credits. So I am downloading as much as possible right now. This one, that's sort of an interesting artifact, how they have the window end right on the computer monitor and then almost continue here. But these trees in the back are so cool. So,
yep.
Based on this, I do think that, we'll sort of have to wait and see. Let's you or I spin up a free trial of this and we can try playing around with like the magic switch, animate, morph, some of those tools. It's definitely a step in the right direction from Canva. I do almost wish they gave us more like, hey, get started right away. Here's a box, type it in the same way that Adobe is letting me type in and generate exactly what I want. Although to be fair, I do have a paid Adobe account. So maybe that's the difference. And there is like, a tremendous processing demand to do stuff like this, a resource demand. So I can see Canva not wanting to make it free and expose it to everybody. The other interesting thing that I noticed on this page is create magic with AI apps. And here we see like DALL-E, OpenAI's image generator, Imagen, Google's AI image generator, some others. So that does to me sort of suggest that Canva maybe is using a compilation of these other tools or it just works well with these other tools. But yeah, sort of interesting to see how they all stack up. Maybe Canva is the place to test DALL-E versus Imagen versus Canva proper and see which generative AI tool works best for your business needs.
No, definitely. We're curious to see what people will kind of come up with as well. Some people that already are in the Canvas space already know the ways, the ins and outs. we'll take some of these tools and try to push them to the limits.
Free trial, and then it is $300 a year, so that's $25 a month. Compared to Adobe, I think Adobe is like $70 a month for a couple user licenses. But Adobe does also give you Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, Acrobat Reader, like the entire suite. So, just depends on your use case, presumably. But let's see if we can't do a little free trial here. I think it's probably going to ask for my credit card, and I'm not going to do that on the live stream. But we'll give this a shot. We will maybe check in 2 weeks, 3 weeks with a recap of what we've seen from our free trial. Do a little side-by-side comparison with Adobe to help marketers and brands, make the best use of their limited design budget. But this is a cool first look. That video definitely showed some cool things. Our little demo showed, some less polished results, but very cool stuff to watch, keep your eye on. And, Canva, already a powerful tool for brands that don't have a dedicated design department. And so any step in this direction is going to be helpful to those that are already operating with limited bandwidth, right? So exciting stuff. And thank you, Jessie, for joining today. And thank you, folks at home, for tuning in and watching. Do please leave any questions in the comments of things that you would like us to check out as we continue or as we kick off our free trial of the Canva Magic Studio. I know we'll be doing quite a bit with the word generation. Where did it go? The Magic Write. I really want to see how it does with the brand voice and how much of our content from the blog and the website we have to put in before it really captures that MK Partners brand. And then as well, we'll be taking a look at the various image tools, the Magic Switch, Animate, Morph, Expand, etc. So thank you for watching. Jessie, thanks for hopping on the call early this morning. And thank you, Canva, for continuing to develop your product and your suite of products and giving us something exciting to look at to make us better marketers.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you. See you next time.